Welcome to this explainer. Look, right now, businesses are wasting just an unbelievable amount of hours on repetitive paperwork, and it is literally bleeding them dry. But what if you could use AI to eliminate this entire nightmare? Today, we're diving into practical AI monetization. We're going to break down exactly how to automate invoices and sales proposals, and more importantly, why companies are absolutely eager to pay top dollar for these workflow solutions. Let's just get right into it.
Hooking a client isn't about pitching them some science fiction future. It's just about basic math. Think about the reality of manual processing for a second. It takes weeks, you've got staff endlessly chasing down approvals, and it ends up costing a business anywhere from $12 to $30 per invoice. Now look at the alternative. AI automation drops that processing time to mere minutes, and the cost? It plummets to just $1 to $5 per invoice. It's incredibly cheap, and it's impossibly fast.
And honestly, it gets worse for the manual approach. A staggering 60% of invoice errors, we're talking costly mistakes like duplicate payments or completely missing early payment discounts, are caused entirely by manual data entry. Let's be real, humans get tired and a slip of the keyboard just happens. But these aren't just minor typos, right? They turn into massive reconciliation nightmares that tie up accounting teams for days. This is exactly why businesses are desperate for a reliable, automated solution.
So why do companies actually pay for this? Well, it comes down to selling outcomes, not buzzwords. When you're pitching this stuff, you have to remember that clients don't actually care about the tech itself. They don't care if you call it AI. They care about the results.
When you sell AI automation, you are selling tangible, measurable outcomes. You're handing them a system that reduces their staff's effort by like 80%. Instead of paying someone a salary just to type numbers from one screen to another, companies can keep their exact same headcount but get significantly more done. It shifts their team's focus back to strategic, high-value work. Plus, with a faster system, they suddenly have the ability to capture those early payment discounts that they were completely missing before just because manual routing used to take them 10 to 20 days.
All right, let's take a look under the hood at how we actually build these AI workflows. It's time to get into the technical execution.
Here is the seamless progression of how an automated invoice workflow actually operates. First, the document arrives, usually via a dedicated email inbox or a web portal. Second, Optical Character Recognition, or OCR, captures the visual characters and turns them into digital text. Third, machine learning and large language models step in to extract the specific fields, like the vendor name, the line items, the totals, and they do this without needing strict formatting templates. Finally, the system automatically validates all this data against the business's rules and routes it for approval. It literally takes a cluttered inbox and magically turns it into a fully validated system entry.
The engine running those steps is built on what we call a hybrid architecture. It combines traditional OCR text extraction with deep learning and large language models. And guys, this is an absolute game changer. Older systems used to completely break down if a vendor simply changed their invoice layout. By injecting LLMs into the mix, the system uses semantic understanding to recognize that a billing address and a shipping address are two different things. It can extract non-standard formats with 95 to 99% accuracy without you ever having to code a manual template.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, do I need to be a hardcore software developer to build this? You absolutely don't. Here is the exact accessible tech stack you need. You can use Zapier or Make to connect the different apps together without writing a single line of code. You use the ChatGPT or Claude APIs to generate text, extract that data, and handle the logic. And hey, if you're automating the sales proposal side of a business, you can plug in tools like Ally for automatically generating high-quality pitch decks straight from CRM data, or PandaDoc for those really document-heavy proposals. Taking a closer look at this workflow in action, the system actually uses AI to enhance poor quality scans before the LLM even sees the text. It reduces noise, it fixes skewed images, all of that. Then, the LLM intelligently maps out the fields, and finally, it exports that highly structured data into an Excel sheet, maybe a clean data file format like JSON, or directly into a database-ready structure. It's just clean, it's efficient, and it is entirely automated.
Okay, so building the tech is really only half the battle. Now we have to talk about packaging your AI service, and specifically why we need to focus on systems over hours. There's this vital mindset shift from Nick Seriev that hits the nail on the head. He points out that the secret to scaling an AI automation business is moving far away from hourly billing.
You are building systems that run 24/7. Even when you are sleeping, that cold email system or that automated invoice processor is delivering measurable value to your clients. You have to price based on the system's value, not the hours you spent clicking around in Zapier.
So, here are the exact pricing structures agencies are successfully using today. If a project has a super clear scope, you might charge a setup fee of anywhere from $2,500 to $15,000, plus a monthly retainer just for maintenance. If you're offering a scalable platform to many clients, you might use a tiered subscription. But the one that is becoming incredibly popular right now is performance-based pricing, where your fees are tied directly to the client's actual business results.
Let's zoom in on that performance model for a second. Take this strategy highlighted by the flexible agency. Instead of charging an hourly rate, you charge, say, $120 per booked call or per qualified result. Think about it. For a business that closes 1 in 10 calls and makes $3,000 per close, paying you $1,200 to guarantee that $3,000 return is an absolute no-brainer. It's framed as a total win-win, and it completely bypasses the hesitant client's fear of paying you up front without a guaranteed return on investment.
If you're just starting out, here is the potential revenue you can realistically expect to generate per project. Simple automations, like basic email routing, will run a few $100s. But as you master these tools and start integrating with CRMs and processing larger data sets, you move into complex systems where you're charging $5,000 or more. Advanced custom solutions with high-end implementation, those can easily exceed $20,000. The margin potential here is absolutely massive once you understand what these tools can do.
Now, I want to be totally transparent here. Let's talk about navigating the limitations and challenges, because it's time for a dose of reality.
As a beginner, you really must understand these hurdles, because let's be real, AI isn't magic. First up, data readiness. AI systems require clean data. If a client's data infrastructure is a total mess, you're going to have to do the heavy lifting of cleaning and preparing it before the AI can even work. Second is integration complexity. While tools like Zapier are great, integrating with old, clunky legacy enterprise software might require custom APIs. And third, exception handling. AI is not perfect. Unrecognized formats, low confidence scores, or incredibly messy handwriting will still require human-in-the-loop validation. That just means the system flags an error for a human staff member to quickly review.
So how can you actually start doing this today? Let's go over your action plan.
Here's a super practical networking strategy to get you off the ground. Go post on LinkedIn or just reach out to your existing network and say, hey, I'm building AI automations for small businesses. My first 3 projects are free or deeply discounted while I build my portfolio. What is one task you wish happened automatically? By identifying and solving just a single repetitive task for free, you gather powerful testimonials and case studies. You can then leverage those wins to confidently charge full price for your 4th client. And what if you land that first paying client, but you are totally unsure how to price your new automated system? Just use this reliable fallback, the cost-plus strategy. Estimate the developer hours it'll take you. Let's say you value your time at $30 to $50 an hour. Calculate the total, and then simply apply a 2x markup. This ensures you secure initial profitability right out of the gate, while you're still learning how to transition into those higher-tier value-based or performance pricing models we talked about. So, we've seen how manual paperwork literally bleeds a company's budget. We've looked at the exact AI and LLM tools used to fix it, and we've covered how to package this capability into a highly profitable service. I want to leave you with a final thought to apply right now. Look closely at your own workflow. What is one repetitive paperwork task in your business that you wish happened automatically? Find that task, map out the steps, and start building your first automation today.